Good morning, Meliss. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. I'm so grateful to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, the whole world revolves around social media right now, and I think it really blew out of sight with the election of our recent president here. I'll throw that in there with his tweeting all the time. But it's so great to have you on, Meliss, as an expert in social media, and I'm always looking to learn new things myself. So let's start with a really wide open question, and that is, why is social media a must-have component of every business?
Well, social media is where people are hanging out right now. So if you want to get in front of your best customer, you need to hang out where they are. The best part of social media platforms is that there's something out there for everyone. So the younger crowd is usually on Snapchat or Instagram. The artsy crowd's on Pinterest. Businessmen and women are on LinkedIn. People who love to share their stories, their family outings, cute animal pictures, or who love to motivate others, they're on Facebook, which is my favorite platform because it's just so vast. There's millions of groups, there's pages, there's just so many different opportunities that fit every single niche or niche, however you say it, which makes it really easy to advertise on Facebook over any of the other platforms. And also think about like social proof. That's huge. When you go buy something on Amazon or you want to go to a restaurant, do you check out the reviews first? I know I do.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's social proof. And we rely on the social proof. And having your business on social media is like having social proof for your business. And also, if you can offer value and content to your audience, then you're building your tribe, which we call your warm audience or your warm market. And that means that you'll sell your product or your service to the people who are following you. So it's a total must-have. Businesses who are not on social media, they're not really even considered nowadays as an option for shoppers at this point. It's equally important to have an active Facebook business page as it is to have a website nowadays. So it's really, really important to be on social media.
I certainly agree with you. Getting back to Facebook, which is one of the only ones that I really do, to be honest with you, as I have some catching up to do, obviously. But I do find a little bit annoying, and I do say a little bit annoying, is the amount of ads I'm seeing all the time on Facebook. But, I guess like everything else, it's a fact of life.
Yeah, just like when you're driving down the road and you're being bombarded with images on billboards, it's the same thing. People are trying to find new ways to advertise. We don't really have that many people watching cable television anymore and getting the advertisements that way with commercials. So YouTube puts an advertisement on before you watch the video. So there's really no way to avoid it. So knowing that it's there, we might as well take advantage of that and use it to our best.
Meliss, on that subject, something I found annoying at first, but now I actually kind of like, and you may know the technical name for this, I don't, but you mentioned Amazon. So you go shopping on Amazon. I was recently shopping for, I forget what it was, it's not important. Just shopping around, checking some prices and this and that. And the next thing I know, when I go to my Facebook account, over on the right-hand side, lo and behold, are all these appliances I was looking at. And
absolutely,
like I said, I kind of found that annoying, but then I kind of like it now because that's showing me some items that I didn't see initially. Is there a name for that type of advertising? Is that shadow advertising, or do you know?
Well, that's specific targeting. And basically, each page that's doing their marketing well will have a pixel on their page. So when you go to that website, you're firing that pixel, and those ads can follow you around. I'll talk more about that a little bit later, but I love that.
Yeah,
Not only are you able to find what you're looking for more quickly, but you can visit, let's say, Bed Bath & Beyond on their website looking for some sort of kitchen appliance and not really find exactly what you want just yet, and then you go into Facebook and you'll get ads in the right-hand column that offer you that product for much cheaper than you would have bought it from the website.
Right.
So it's helpful.
That's exactly what I was saying, except, Melissa, I have to be honest with you, I really don't do much business at Bath, Bed & Beyond, Not, let's say I don't buy anything for myself. I have bought for ladies, of course, but
It's a good place to get gifts.
but anyway, I'm more like a Sears guy. I was looking for a compressor. That's a real manly
There you
thing.
go.
There. But really, yes, that's one of those things. Why fight it? Because you look over and and I saw something that, wow, it's like, wow, why didn't I see that the first time? I kind of like that. You can shop around a little and you don't even have to work that hard because when you go over to Facebook and some other platforms, it'll be there, all the items you were looking for. So
Absolutely.
So that's
very effective.
That's great. That doesn't have to be as annoying as I thought it was initially. How about some successes that from using social media? You could probably go on for hours with that.
Wow. Well, yeah, I could. For myself, I've been able to grow my online businesses tremendously using the power of Facebook. In fact, if it weren't for Facebook, I wouldn't even be in business, to be honest. Also, I've helped my clients figure out what their strengths are, and then we turn those strengths around into products for others to buy on social media.
Mm-hmm.
We've helped our clients gain bigger followings, sell thousands of dollars worth of their product or their service, fill their yoga classes or their appointment schedules. We've helped people live a life of freedom, just working from their laptop. A lot of people are leaving their 9-to-5 jobs and becoming their own full-time boss. Social media has really done tremendous things in shrinking our global community. It's taking the office and making it global. So I can work from anywhere. I was in New York last week and Florida the week before, and so can many of my clients because of the empires that they're building with their online reach.
You mentioned YouTube, Meliss. Is that considered a social platform?
Absolutely. And you're able to advertise on YouTube. You're able to share your story using video on YouTube. Video is essential in sharing your story and building your audience. So YouTube is a very effective social media platform.
I know my dryer recently died, and I was going to buy a new one, and I was happy to see all my choices through Facebook and Amazon, but I found a YouTube video on how to repair my exact dryer, and I repaired it for $20, a new belt.
Cool.
And, it's great for automotive, fixing things and things like that. So, so YouTube, that's a big one. That's a big one. With
Absolutely. They have lots of tutorials how to do anything. Sure. The other day, I wanted to tie-dye shirts with my kids. We do that every summer. And we go on YouTube and we get a tutorial on how to make special patterns with the tie-dye. So, yeah, you can learn a lot of things on YouTube, and actually that helps with you being a guru in your field, because when you're teaching other people, they're following you and they appreciate that advice.
I learned how to fix my lawnmower on there, but anyway, we could go on and on. Some of the videos are pretty poor, but some of them are pretty good, too. You know, Meliss, we should have started right here. How about telling us about your business and exactly what you do and how you can help small businesses out there?
Sure, Gary. Well, my business is called Meliss Marketing. You can find us on melissmarketing.com. We are an ad agency, and we help businesses and entrepreneurs put their product or service in front of the right client or customer so that they can scale their business quickly and spend time doing what they love to do. Essentially, when you are a small business owner and you are taking on the tasks of every aspect of your business, it's like you're watering down your skill set. When your skill set is to be a chiropractor and that's what you're good at, you don't need to then learn how to be an amazing marketer. So we take that off of your hands so you can focus on your clients or your customers, and we come in and we build out your entire marketing strategy. We market for you. We do Facebook advertising. We even design websites or redesign them, and we create tracking to find and follow your customers online so that you are putting your stuff in front of the people who are most likely to buy it.
So in other words, anyone who has a business out there, small or large, and are thinking of advertising on the internet and social media, which you certainly should be, you or an agency like yourself would be the place to go because you can point them in the right direction.
Absolutely. And smart business owners are hiring professionals to do their marketing because otherwise you don't get stuff done in your own business. And what's the point of running a business if you're not putting it out there in front of people? Absolutely.
I certainly agree. Now, going back many years in my day, you had about 4 choices: radio, TV, print, or billboard. Now with the internet, you have literally, I would say thousands, right? Or am
So we're doing the same thing now. We're just
right.
doing the same marketing that you would do on TV and radio and billboard, and now it's YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, but it's all the same.
Yeah, or if you wanted to go wild, you could use bus cards back in the day. You probably
Yeah.
you probably don't even know what that is, Meliss. But,
I do know what that is,
yeah,
but
okay,
we've got
good.
Lyft and Uber now, you know?
Oh, that's right. That's right too. Oh my goodness. All right.
Everything's moving in that modern direction, so if you're running a business, you don't want to be behind the times. You want to be ahead of the times.
Absolutely. What makes a Facebook ad successful, Meliss?
Well, that's a great question, Gary. Really, it's three things. A successful Facebook ad needs to have a sexy offer, killer ad copy, and must target the right audience for the product or service that you're offering. So if you have all three of these things, you're all set. But if anything is missing from the equation, the entire ad will be a flop. I have an example I can share with you.
Go ahead.
Sure. So think about a company selling electric wheelchairs for the elderly. And if you're putting out a great offer with compelling ad copy, but you're targeting 18-year-olds, then your ad will fail. This is, of course, simplified, but hopefully you get the idea.
Right.
At the same time, if you're a yoga studio and you're trying to fill your classes or your teacher trainings and you have great ad copy and you're targeting hipsters who like to eat organic food, you may be onto something. But if your offer is really bad, like one class for $75 or something like that, your ad will fail. And that's why it's really important to have all three of those components. Those are three key components that you must have. It's the sexy offer, the killer ad copy, and targeting your ideal client. All those things need to be in balance. And we've mentioned this before, but if you're trying to do this on your own or you tried to do Facebook ads in the past and you didn't have great success, this is probably where that missing link was, not having one of these three key components. If you're doing this on your own and you're not a professional, it's a big mistake because professionals have the expertise and the strategy and they know how to put these three things together in balance.
Having a little knowledge of advertising myself over the years, Meliss, those are the three golden rules, basically, of advertising. Or pretty much any platform. Newspaper ad, whatever, has to catch your attention, has to be sexy, you have to have a good offer. Yeah, I mean, you're right on top of your business. You know what you're doing. You mentioned a social media toolkit. Did you want to tell us about that now?
Sure. Well, for one, you must be on Facebook.
Okay.
If anyone's listening now and they're not on Facebook, get on it.
All right. Okay.
You need to have a professional business page, and you need to be active on that business page. It can't just be an empty page that's sitting there with no activity because it's as if it doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. So you want to engage with your client base. That's really important. Things like posting relevant and entertaining content often, even daily, is great. You want to respond to every single message or comment that you get and really get involved with your followers. You want to build the relationships. Another key component is you want to have a call to action. So that's basically guiding your audience on what you want them to do next, like share this video, click this link, learn more about our product. Just never leave them hanging so they know what they need to do next. And a really important thing in my toolkit, and I teach this to all of my clients, is that you need to be the face of your business. You don't want to just show your logo and say, sign the end of your emails, the management. You really want to be that face of the business because prospects want to learn about you, kind of like a soap opera character. They want to feel connected to you. They want to be a part of your life. They want to see what happens next. And that way they'll create a bond, and you can't break that bond. So once you're building that bond, you're building the relationship. In turn, you're building your business. And I put together, for your listeners, my top 5 Facebook tips that I'd be happy to share with them. Sure. Okay, so they can grab my top 5 Facebook tips as a download at melissmarketing.com/tips. And that's really a good starting place for anyone trying to begin their social media journey, or if you are on social media already but you're not really seeing the return you had hoped for, that's a good place to start. So it's Meliss, not Melissa, Melissa without the A, Meliss, marketing.com/tips.
I have always been a believer, Meliss, and the client should be the star of their commercials, of their ads. I totally agree with that. I would be remiss, Meliss, if I didn't ask you for all your social information, your social contacts.
Sure. Well, of course, you can go on to my website at melissmarketing.com, and you'll find all the links there. You can find us on Facebook at Meliss Marketing at facebook.com/Meliss Marketing. And we also have a YouTube channel, but there's not a direct link. So you just search Meliss Marketing in YouTube to see some of our videos. And that would be the best way to find us.
Great. And I'll give you the last word. Have we covered everything that you wanted to share with our listeners?
You know what? I would like to just reiterate how important it is to be on social media and let you know that Facebook is the pinnacle of social media. They have 1.65 billion users. So you definitely want to be a part of that. And if you're not in there yet, you are behind. You're not even on the grid. So I would say being on Facebook is one of the biggest priorities in your business, and using video too. I talk a lot about video with my clients, but it's a must that you put yourself in front of that camera so that there can really be a deep connection that you're building with your ideal client.
You know, on that point about video, I'm lazy like most people, and it is easier to watch a video than to read the description. So to be honest with you, most people are lazy when it comes to things like that. Well, thank you for the great tips, Meliss Jakubovic. Jakubovic. Okay, I'm sorry. I was close.
That's okay.
All right. Thank you.
It's a hard last name.
So great to have you with us here this morning. We do appreciate your time, and have a great day.
Thank you so much, Gary. I appreciate it.